So you think that, you know, me talking about my marriage is to shed a negative light on my ex-husband? Nah, you missing it. But I will tell women that, yeah, when you meet people, you definitely probe. Yeah, if my story can awaken women to realize that, yeah, it's important to make sure that you're being heard in your home. That's one of the things that I even got tatted. I'm going to let y'all see my tats, but anyway, tatted on me. Simple. It's a simple word. Listen. And to the men, if you listen to your wives, don't pretend like you're listening to her, but listen to her. Listen to her. Then life would be a lot better for you. Um, Manipulations in the church, taking advantage of people that love God, uh, feeling like, everybody's looking at you because you went to the club the night before. That's not what church is all about. Young people uh, going through being molested and then really being forced to keep praising God in the midst of their pain. That's not what real joy is all about. Somebody posted a comment and said, sounds like you're mad because you didn't have nobody to protect you when you were little. He, So I'm not getting that. But beyond that, if somebody viewing and getting a hold to my story, it'll cause them to tell somebody, oh, yeah, I got the job done. What's that? What's the church song? Let me see. If I could just help. Let me see how it go. Somebody. So I used to want to sing. That is traveling around. I used to want to sing, used to want to get called on, but now, don't you have to call on me? Then my living, it shall not be in vain. And it's not. My living is not in vain. Keep following my story. And the end of it, my latter days, is better than my former days. And I'll say to everyone that's looking and viewing my videos, also, when you see a couple get a divorce, it doesn't make her a bad person. Neither does it make him a bad person. It just doesn't. It's just the end of the chapter. That's all. If people would get that and go on back home and work on their relationship. Because the reality of it is, I really don't need to hear from no woman unless you surpass my record. Y'all know how we do in the church. I had this one call on my job. She said, I answered the phone, however, and then was getting the information. She said, I'm the spouse of 48 years. So y'all know how we do with that longevity. We be around here trying to break records. And she said, I look at it like this, that until you do 25, you know, shush, until you do 25, and the thing about it is, the 25 that did occur, oh yeah, he was happy, definitely. Yeah, he was happy. So, until you do 25 with one man, that's real talk, man. Till you do 25 with one man. Shh. Don't tell nobody. Shh. Just be quiet. I can't do that anymore. One thing I do want to say clearly, since it's all over the local, is that when you hear me say that I didn't want to pastor, I didn't. But for my ex-husband, I did. And when you hear me say that I gave 125%, that means that even in spite of the fact that I didn't want to, I gave my best. When we were in the ministry, I was the organist for the majority of the time. We had a few organists to come in over the praise team, over the choir. I had a ladies group called the Sisters that I started. I remember I used to spend countless hours on my embroidery machine. I would go out and buy, the ladies' gifts. And so in my sister's circle, I would send every sister in the church something every week because I wanted to let them know that I cared for them. And, I sent them a letter every week. But I remember, and this went on for a long time, and I remember just spending countless hours, studying and, my preparation. I remember that even though we pastored 16 years, we had 4 appreciations because, I didn't need, one of my comments said, I've just always wanted attention. Oh, she just wants attention. But that's not me. Anybody that knows me knows that's not true. And I turned down those appreciations. I turned them down because I'm telling you, as I told, I was ready to call his name, my ex-husband, we were talking, I told him, I said, after we made our decision, I would never ever want to pastor again. And I've prayed for pastors, and especially pastors' wives, since the closing of the ministry. Because the fact of the matter is that if you have a congregation 200 or below, your church is considered a small church. And I'll say to any pastor, any pastor's wife that's listening to this video, honey, you better not have no marital issues. And you better not go through nothing in your relationship. Well, you just better not tell nobody. Honey, in my experience, they will belly side up on you. Amen. You better be careful in putting yourself out there. But one thing I never did. But as if you are beyond reproach, or that you have it all together and there's no failure in you. You have a small ministry, I pray for you. You can have that every day, all day. You can have that. I'm so free and so glad that I'm away from that, because I've seen people pastor and they die out of here pastoring. Just wore out. And at the end of the day, I don't know. I'm sorry, but I'm at a point where people can find their own way to heaven. I know that's pretty, but they can. I'm sorry. Wouldn't ever do it again. Never. Wouldn't wish that upon anybody. But I sure can definitely have a few words to say to congregations. Absolutely. Absolutely. Why be there in that church that you're in now if you really don't have their back? Because I'm going to tell you, people tell you that they have your back when you need them the most. Yeah, they got your back. Yeah, you make them shout, jump and weep and, make them feel better so that when they get up tomorrow, that their day will be better. But when you need them the most, I don't know. So the pastors and pastors' wives listening to me, y'all can have that. And you got my prayers. You definitely have my prayers. Amen. You definitely have my prayers.